Welcome back to another video on this F1 2023 McLaren simulation. It's not really a simulation anymore, it's more of a see what we can do kind of road to glory style series. Last time around in Melbourne, we got our first win of the career mode. Absolutely amazing. Before that, we did pretty decently, but our first win on the board with a car that is actually very good now. We're doing very, very well. Got some components that are still in the works. As you can see, we've got a massive amount of upgrades in the works. Chassis and side pods are coming, and in 15 days, 20 days time. So everything except for underfloor will probably be underfloor and suspension will probably be in on time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. These are all stuff we can be done. Let's take a look at our emails. We've got some driver tension. We're gonna acknowledge that. We've intervened. Our intervention didn't really help, so that's okay. We've got our tour center that's been upgraded. Good to see. Sorry, we refurbished it. Right, we refurbished it or we upgraded. I think we upgraded it. Facilities. Our memorabilia is looking at 80%. It does increase our attractiveness. We don't have a board room built yet. Let's build that. It's just 400k. Although we can take a look at our staff facilities. I mean, our staff development might be something we should work on. 2 million, I think we will put that in. And our car development, our factory is the next thing we want to improve, upgrade, I think. So factory and CFD are the next ones we want to work on, and wind tunnel. So that we need 24, that's 35 million. That's what we need by the end of this season to upgrade these three. I think that's the main important thing right now. 35 million, that's what we need to start working towards. We want to stay above 10 million, just in general, just to make sure that we don't overspend. Let's get into it, see what we can do. We've manufactured all 4 of our chassis, so we have enough chassis now. Our car is doing pretty decent. Our top speed acceleration needs some improvement. Our DRS needs some slight improvement, which is good to see. Now let's go to car analysis warehouse. Take a look at our chassis. They're all on the front, the new spec, I believe. Yes, they are. They're all on the new spec. Wait, let's check. Oh, right. We have a suspension coming in 8 days. It leaves us with 10 days. How quick is the suspension manufacturing? It takes 10 days for 2. You know what? We will do... You know what? We're not going to touch it. We're just going to leave it as is. We have 2 days for the first one to come in. Let's focus on Focus on fatigue reduction. And we will go and focus on wheel gun while we're doing fatigue reduction. I think that's the best. We don't want them to be too tired. 2 days. There we go. Let's go to manufacturer chassis. It does lose us some performance. Okay. You know what? We will manufacture 3 of these. And then we'll see how that changes our components. I think that's the right approach here. Okay, our side pods are done. Beautiful. There we go. We've got a rear wing. Rear wing gets us a slight improvement. That will get it be in for the next race. It's good to see. Aha. They want some minor technical changes. So what do we want? Do we want low speed or do we want... I think we'll go for high speed. Right? I think high speed might be the best option. Because that doesn't affect our airflow sensitivity. But instead it does affect our DRS delta. But very minor. I think we'll go that way. And the next design is in. Suspension. Okay, we're losing out on high speed while we're focusing on low speed. I think... You know what? We'll wait this one out. We will focus on front wing. I think we'll focus on front wing. We'll manufacture the front wing first. Okay, these components are just... not getting us the upgrades we would like. Okay, and our underfloor. I mean, it's a very minor improvement. Okay, high speed, it gets lowered. But our drag reduction just jumps up. Which means that... Okay. We need to keep an eye on how each component helps the other ones. Okay, no, we're getting a minor low speed. Yeah, so we're getting a low speed changes. Okay, looks like we need to start researching. Okay, let's go to the board. First things, rules and regulations. So we need to focus on front wing and rear wing. Yeah, we need to focus on front wing and rear wing. Do we'll put in half of what we have. Yeah. So that's how we will improve it. And we're not gonna put any extra people, and we'll do rear wing while we're at it. You know what? We're not gonna touch any of this just yet. We'll focus on this. And that's it. We've dropped below 9 mil. I mean, increased construction speed. Don't mind if I do. Okay. I like it. Alright, we're in 4th. Fighting for 3rd, fighting for 2nd. Red Bull is a little out of reach. But Lando, after that win, is now within striking distance of Max Verstappen. Let's take a look at our car before we get into anything. We're doing very well, all things considered. Let's go to warehouse. Let's see if we put on... Okay, this chassis is not in a situation... Okay, this one goes on. This one goes on. And... I mean, the engine cooling is improved. Our airflow middle has gone down, though. You know what? I'm gonna install this on both cars. And... And can we... I mean, we can get a massive improvement just by doing this. I mean, that gets a massive improvement. I mean, that gets us an incredible improvement. That puts us from 3rd to 2nd best car in low speed, but that gives us a massive improvement in medium and high speed. Honestly. I think we need to keep this in mind, and if we put more R&D that gets us into a very good spot. Just let's be honest about that, right? Let's go to performance targets. I think we can get to Q3 with both drivers, and we can get to this. I'd like to get into Q3 with both drivers. Finish position fast lap. We're probably not gonna get fast lap, but I think we'll keep the rest like this. It's a sprint weekend, so we're gonna manage the practice session FP1 to get the best out of that setup. What do you guys think? I think that's the right approach in this scenario. I think it'll get us the best results we can. We're not yet into the situation to start using the old components. So that's something to keep in mind. This one I changed already, right? Yeah, we changed this one already. Okay. I think this is good. Yeah. We're gonna manage the practice session once I turn this down. Alright, let's go manage into practice session. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna send out Lando. Tires are cold, we don't really care. For now. There's a penalty for Lewis Hamilton.
And if you can give us a balance check when you can. The car doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Okay, copy. VSC. Stay on that delta. Yeah, confirm.
Alonso has crashed out in the practice session. That's not good for Alonso.
Virtual safety car ending. Yeah, copy.
I mean, that was just a terrible setup. I mean, probably the worst start to a setup I've ever had. I mean, I've said that often, but I think this is absolutely one of the worst starts. I mean, what did I expect? Alright, let's see what we can do in just general. I mean, Oscar is staying within 3/10 of his teammate, which Shows improvement. Let's be honest. That's a very nice improvement. Just under 3/10. I mean, I like where the window he's in. But I'd like to see him in the next race if by putting in maybe Teo.
Give us a balance check when you can. Balance check.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, copy.
Any feedback? Fine. Copy, copy.
I mean, wow, look at that. A 10th. He's improving on the time as well. That is somewhat surprising. Alright, that's a 70%. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I think we're good with 70%. And Oscar? 78%. That's good. There's some very good runs. I think I'm gonna leave them as is. Part knowledge is decent. Not amazing and out of this world, but it's good enough. A lack of push laps puts him in this situation. Oh, let's not forget, Oscar was on the newer spec than Lando. Oh, right. I didn't even realize. Like, I just put it on car 1 thinking it was Lando, but no, it was Oscar.
Welcome, everyone.
I mean, does that mean that we could get Lando? I'm curious. He's on the slower, medium, and high speed than Lando. Okay, they're both on the same front wing and rear wing. They're both on the same side pod. They're not on the same underfloor. Yeah, the high speed apparently loses out substantially, but everything else is in the gains. Great to see that. Alright, let's get into qualifying. We're going to do a single run for both the drivers and see what they can do. We'll send out Oscar first. And let's see what they can do.
Remember,
42.3.
the
It's a
delta
very bad
needs to
run.
be negative at the end of the lap. If you can keep your pace up on the end.
What?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna send Oscar out again on the same set.
Okay, that's P4. Last lap pace was good. Okay, look after the fuel on the way in.
I mean,
Copy.
I think Oscar is clean, is through. Lando's single run was amazing, actually. Actually, just like, my god, was it a good run. If he holds P2 on this run, I think Lando is absolutely correct. Wow. Lando holding P2? That run must have been absolutely godly. Talk about a godly run right there. Oh my lord, that was an amazing run. I'm gonna put him on that set, and I'm gonna put Lando on the old set. I want to see what Lando can do on that same old set. Oscar having a good run. I'm gonna put him on the same old set.
You are P5 currently. P5.
Ooh, Lando.
That's a decent
I
lap.
think Lando actually has a chance for pole.
I can recharge on and box this lap.
Are we through into Q3 with 2 drivers? We are through into Q3 with 2 drivers for the second time. Williams is through. Let's not forget that Williams has a resurgence going on right at the moment. Let's talk about what has happened so far. We have a Mercedes out and an Aston Martin out in Q2. Both Alpines are out in Q2. As the biggest surprise, Williams is now better in certain aspects than the Aston Martin. Crazy. By the way, it's Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes that's out, and he also has a penalty, so he's gonna be way down the order. He's gonna be starting last, I think. Ooh, that's insane. Okay. All right, let's go into qualifying. Okay, all 10 drivers are on track. Everyone's gonna get a clean run.
So currently P1. So
And
just
what are
confirming
you gonna
boxing
do,
and back into
Oscar?
garage. Confirm.
Half a second ahead of both Red Bulls. It's good to see. Oh, Leclerc. Ooh. Leclerc has some pace.
So you've taken the flag.
Beautiful. Second row for Lando. He didn't really get pulled the lap out of the bag. But honestly though, that was a very, very good run, all things considered. I think this is a very clean, I think this is the cleanest qualifying we've had thus far. We've been in the top 10 basically the entire session. It's good to see. Now, time to see our race pace. Oscar is doing very well in terms of his ability to keep up. He's on the newer spec, let's not forget. He's on the newest spec of the car, which does lose out on the high speeds, so for this track it's not a big issue, but for the upcoming tracks it might be an issue. Oh, why did I click manage practice session? I don't need to manage this. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're just gonna go out then, right? You're just gonna conserve. Just not gonna... You're just gonna do laps, basically. You're just gonna build your car part knowledge, essentially. And track acclimatization. I mean, it's crazy to think that Leclerc is struggling. And Verstappen is also struggling. Verstappen had a very, very weird run last few times around. It was kind of surprising, to say the least. Okay, they're heading into the garage. We're gonna send them out right away. Not gonna change anything, obviously. There we go. Their track acclimatization is doing very, very well. Lando is almost completely caught up with his car part knowledge, which is good to see. Oh yeah, I know what it was. So last time around, because it's been a few days for me that I've recorded the last video, we had decided to focus on, or at least I think I decided to focus on cooling so that we are good in the races while we keep our performance as much as we can. So incremental cooling improvements while trying to keep where we are in terms of performance. Whoa, that was a lap. Lando just gets a very, very strong lap just now. Crazy stuff. And we haven't even gone to racing. We want to do racing this time around, I think. And we're almost halfway through the video. I'm going to do this one. This video is going to be just a single episode, I think. Basically, we'll see if the single race, we'll see if I can fit in within the hour. Because I try to keep these videos to about an hour each. Or at least within an hour. If I can get there in time, we can do 2 races. But if we can't, we can't. It's okay. I think an hour focusing on just the one race is a bit much. To follow it up with a second one. But we'll see. Can Oscar Piastri even get a podium? You know what? We'll put him on a glory run on a used set. Excuse me. There we go. Let's see what these guys can do. Is it a purple? It's a purple.
That's the checkered flag.
And he crosses the line. And P1, 2 seconds quicker. Oscar Piastri half a second behind. That's a very, very nice showing from both of them. I mean, we did the most laps out of anyone on the grid. Track acclimatization is very good. Car parts knowledge is very close to each other. Very nice to see that. Now, it's time to see what these guys can do on this set of tires. Okay, believe the soft is the right approach. Can we go aggressive on the soft? Yes, we can. We might as well go aggressive on the softs. You know what? We'll go this way. We'll see. You know what this will show us as well? How well our cooling upgrades have worked on Oscar's car. Because Oscar is starting a little further back, so he's gonna have a little less cool air going through his brakes. So we'll see how our tire temperatures are affected by it.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
And it's a sprint.
Use overtake.
Let's see what we can do. Lando is not exactly holding on to P3, but he's trying. He's absolutely fighting. Yeah, he was fighting for P3. Okay, Oscar is looking. We can push a little bit with both cars. I mean, it is 17 laps. Alright. Okay, how's it going? Oscar is leaving some stuff to be desired. Sainz does seem to be struggling. Alright. Tire wear is looking like an issue for most guys. And now we'll go to standard. Okay, once the car is in temperature, we're able to just run away with it.
2 secs. There's been a crash.
There's a crash. Okay, I think we can get some decent points here. Okay, I think Lando could actually finish ahead of Verstappen. At the end of the race. I think with another few laps to go, he could... Alright. Alright. Just go deploy mode.
We have a checkered flag now. So that's P4.
How close was Lando?
Let's keep it up.
Oh, if he had Lando to push a little harder, he could have made it to P3 maybe.
Oscar, this is the checkered flag.
I mean, 4 and 6 to end the sprint. I mean, this is possibly a very good run. Lando is doing very well. He lost that one position. That's fine. Honestly. It's completely fine. Because that does get us some points on the board. Now, time to see what we can do in the race itself. Now, a hard tire will go all the way to the end. So we could go for the medium hard strategy on full attack mode. On full aggression mode. I think. I mean, that's literally 20 seconds. What is the alternative here? I mean, an aggressive soft to hard looks as like an even better. I think the medium hard is the safer strategy. Yeah, I think so. I think that is the safer strat.
Have been carried out on the grid.
Okay.
Here we go with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Let's see what the Grand Prix holds for us.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
We're gonna go aggressive. We're gonna push the fuel.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put this on.
We can drop the lifting coast for now, we'll pick it up later. Go on, fam.
Just had a snap. Oh,
Does he have front wing damage?
And round they go. And that certainly wouldn't have been in their plan.
That doesn't seem like any damage.
Yellow's ahead.
Yeah, copy.
There's no damage. Okay, we want to return our tires a little bit. Okay, we want to leave the Aston Martin behind, basically. There we go. Okay, I think I want to see what Oscar can do. On lap 9, he is 20th. Can Oscar get into a good position?
We've got a yellow flag here.
There's a crash.
Right, we're down at turn 5.
It's
Tries to
Sainz
get
versus
by.
Perez.
And not just one car involved in that, as you can see. And there'll be
I'm
more than
pretty
one
sure Perez is going to
amazing
have some
after
side
that.
pod damage for the rest of the race. I am like 90% sure at this point. Would not be surprising. And Perez gets a 5-second penalty. Let's go. And side pod damage. Yeah, he's got a massive amounts of damage.
there. Looks like it's Joe.
Another
Vernier.
crash. That's Hulkenberg and Bottas? No, Joe.
Holding.
Okay, 18th and catching the two Alpha Tauris. Okay, Oscar needs to get forward. Whoa. Norris is taking the lead. Norris is in the lead. That's crazy, right? That is just crazy. All right. We're gonna pit to the hards.
So box.
Confirm.
Box now.
Copy box.
Comes out in 7th. And what are the pit stops like? The best and the second best pit, third best, fourth best pit stop. Lando Norris has the fastest lap. Oh, wow. Lando is flying. And let's not forget, he's doing the strategy that we set out for him, and he is... Okay. Now, Verstappen needs to catch... Okay. It's time for Lando to flex what he can do, potentially. Okay, Leclerc did pit a lot later than us, so at a certain now we're starting to show that the mediums are gonna drop off quicker. Essentially. Okay, Norris is now gonna start holding on to those tires. Leclerc is gonna shrink that lead down considerably, but... And there you go, we're starting to see Lando just pulling away on the better hards, basically. And the hard set of tires that are absolutely working for him. Now, can Piastri get past Bottas and Ocon? I think getting past Ocon might be a little much. Might be a little too much to ask. Yeah, it might be a bit too much. Yeah, he might not get past Ocon. I think Ocon is a little too far. Let's not forget, Lando can go for the fastest lap just near the end. And I think we will. What lap is it? It is now lap 50. Okay.
Awesome race, mate.
Lando Norris,
Nice,
take
good job.
a bow.
Lando Norris wins it. He's first over the line.
And that's incredible. It's a very good job.
That's the checkered flag.
And Piastri couldn't get any to 14th, but it was his own mistake that cost him. That's fine.
What a remarkable drive by Lando Norris today.
An inspired strategy from the team there. What a well-deserved win that
I mean, that's a very
We may
nice
see
shot.
these kind of-
That might be the thumbnail. If it is, you'll know. 3 positions gained. There's a combination of pit stops and just pure performance from Lando Norris's part. He just didn't have the pace required to get the fastest pit stop, but he was within 3/10 with his best lap. Let's take a look at how his lap history was. It was his fastest lap of the race. I mean, that was the fastest lap of his race by far. Let's compare it to Sainz. 36.2, 41 flat, and 26.2. I mean, sector 1 and 3 were the same, but sector 2 is where he lost out a little bit in sector 1. That's sector 1 and sector 2 was his difficult ones. It's unfortunate, really. But when did he take the lead? Right. Okay, he took the lead for the first time back here on lap 19, and then he was just in the net lead. Right, because Verstappen lost the lead on lap 27, and on lap 27... Who was leading in lap 28? That doesn't make sense. Okay, but whatever. Let's look at the Drivers' Championship, and Lando Norris is now leading the Drivers' Championship. Talk about insanity. By 9 points, that's what he leads. He's got 2 race wins. Oh, that's beautiful. You'll love to see it. And I think it's okay for us to just do the 1 race this time around. Oscar does get some points, 3 points, not a lot, but it's okay. I mean, he's right behind Lewis Hamilton. The Williams guys are doing pretty decently. Red Bull is just overall doing a very fine job. But we did shrink the gap to Red Bull slightly. Ferrari is doing an absolute stellar job with... So here's the thing, right? With Ferrari, they are getting consistent points, which results in them making progress. I think we're gonna have a 4-way fight. Maybe a 5-way fight if we include Lance Stroll, if he doesn't drop off anytime soon for the championship. I want to see what Lance Stroll can do. And I think the Red Bulls are absolutely in the fight. Charles Leclerc is in the fight. Carlos Sainz, if he picks up his pace, and Russell could get... This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-team battle for the championship, which would be an insane thing to talk about. I mean, George Russell is doing an incredible job, considering he's the only guy, other than Sergio Perez, to be there. But okay. Constructors, we're still in 4th, but still 1 point behind Aston Martin, but this time behind Aston Martin instead of Ferrari. It is what it is. Alpine gets the fastest pit stop in the end. We only get that the one fastest pit stop. It's fine, but we still lead the fast pit stop competition. I want to try and get this P1 if we can. I mean, we could be very much wrong. It's fine. We had a small error here in tightening the tires. That cost us 2 seconds. 2.3 seconds, that's what it cost us. So, we'll reduce 2 seconds from that, and that becomes a 2.7 pit stop. 748. Let's say it's a 2.748 pit stop. That puts us in 4 and 5. So that gets us 22 points instead of 12. And loses Mercedes the 10 points and goes down to 8. I mean, whatever. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Gotta love it. You'll love to see it. A race win. I want to put Porsche in next race. At least for the first practice session. 4 million. We got all our sponsor objectives, right? All but... Yeah, we got all our sponsor objectives. Good to know. Okay, our front wing and rear wing is done. We're gonna replace the underfloor, but we're gonna manufacture our new underfloor. It won't come in time anyway, so we might as well do that. Yeah, we might as well just do that, and we'll get it in for Monaco. And what else? Suspension. Gets us some performance, but loses out. Yeah, this almost brings us back in terms of high speed. Yeah, we're developing a substantial amount. Okay. Alright, rear wing is done. Let's go to cars, let's go to warehouse. Chassis is not yet on the new. Alright, side pod is done. On the floor, not looking so great. And this, not so bad. Okay, and with that, thank you guys for watching. Next up, Miami. What's new? We're leading. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you guys in the next one. If you want to see me to do this, where I kind of manage practice sessions myself, and we do one episode, one race per part, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do it. It just makes it a little bit more interesting if you want to see that. Or if you want to do 3, or if you want to do 2. Let me know in the comments. Whatever you want to do, we'll do it. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next one. Get out of here.